guys, welcome again. Once again, I'm here with you guys, and now we're gonna talk about the future perfect. Future perfect. Future perfect. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. But what I can tell you about that this future is that it's perfect. Imagine a future where we all are millionaires. Imagine a future where we all have peace in the world. No wars, no poverty, everyone has money and we can buy cachitos everywhere we go. Or maybe we can buy pan de jamon. Merry Christmas, by the way, and Happy New Year. Guys, so I'm gonna start with this and I'm gonna go straight ahead to the future perfect. Okay? This future, as you can see in this design, in the website, this future is like architecture because you need to build many things in order to go directly to that future. So that's why we got a temporal scanner, which is gonna help us understand each of the stage of the future until we get to the future perfect. Okay, we can start with rules. Okay, we need to start with observations. Okay, here we have, let's go with this part first. Okay, so I didn't mean to do that. Okay, yeah. It is currently, now in the present, it is currently 2 o'clock p.m. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You are writing a report that's present. Okay, you still have work to do. You're writing the report, you are on your computer, writing your report. Yada, 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 yada. So now, in the present, you are working. Okay, now, in the present, you start working, but then you analyze. You need to have an estimation of the end of time, an ETA, okay, for the time of arrival of the ending of your work. So you know the work takes 2 more hours. So you analyze, and that means that the work stops at 4. If you start working at 2, and it's gonna take you 2 hours to work, you're gonna finish at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The logical conclusion is that, if we think that, if we look at 5 o'clock p.m. and we ask if the work is finished, yes, of course. Because if I start at 2 and it takes 2 hours, I go to 4 and I finish at 5, I'm gonna be ready at 5 because I started at 2 and finished at 4. Okay, so you can say that at 5 p.m. I will have finished the report. Teacher, what do you mean? This is so crazy. It means that the future perfect, guys, helps you uh, estimate, you know, uh, when you're gonna have something finished, when something is going to be done or finished in the future. Let's say I start working right now and I know that I'm gonna end by Monday. So I can say, by Monday next week, I will have finished my work. So look at this scanner here, guys. We're gonna go through future simple, future continuous, and future perfect. Here, right now, we are in the present, right? We are in the present right now here. But if I move my cursor right now here on the future, okay, here is where the future simple happens. The action happens here. I will finish, okay, and then I'm gonna reach the deadline. Okay, here starts. Here is when I will finish. Okay, I started here and here I will finish. In the continuous, this is my present. This is my now. But then here I start saying that in the future I'm here in now. But in the future, I will be working until I finished. Here, the action has a stop. And then we go to perfect. Now I start working, and then here I finish, and then here is what I have. Okay, I started here, and I say that I will be finished here, and here I finish, as you can see. Okay. Now let's dive right into the formula, or how do we understand this, on how, on why do we use this one. Okay, it's going to be like, It's going to be kind of confusing, but it's understandable. Okay, so let's start with our formula. First, as in any other sentence in the English language, we need to have our subject, be that I, you, we, they, he, she, whatever. Okay, we need to have our subject. Then the most important part of the piece, our auxiliaries. We're gonna have will because it helps us state that we're talking about the future. And then, since we're talking about future but perfect, we need our auxiliary have. Okay? And then at the end, our past participle. Look at these examples. Okay? If we're gonna use the verb finish, we say I, this is my subject, and then we have will, which is my auxiliary, then have my auxiliary, and then my verb in past participle. I will have finished the book. I am reading a book right now, and I will have finished the book by February. You see? We go to eat, okay? She, my subject, will have, my auxiliaries, eaten lunch. She will have eaten lunch. Okay? Buy. Not buy the buy, no. Buy like a chain, when you buy with your card, with your credit card, you buy stuff. Okay? We will have bought a house. I want a house, so maybe I will have bought a house in 2040 because houses are really expensive, guys. I don't expect to have a proper, like a proper house in anytime soon. It's gonna be a long time, for that. Okay. Why will and have? As you know, think of has as a possession. You have the complete result, and will pushes you to that result. So I will have the result in my hands. I will have the result in my hands. Okay? And now the key signal, guys. By. This tense almost always needs a deadline time marker. Every time, but not every time, but most of the time we use the future perfect, guys. We use these time expressions. Use by. By the time you arrive, by next June, we need to state the time because remember that future perfect is about expectations. So since principle, everything in the future is about expectations. But here you need to set a time specifically, okay? Because that's what the future perfect is about. If you say that you will have something done by next June, for example, here, okay, that means that in June that's going to be finished, right? Here I have this exercise here, guys. Okay, we need to to build our sentence here. I'm gonna start with the first one. Okay, humans because it is our subject, right? Okay, then what do we need after of subject? What do we need? We need our what? I can hear you. Oh no, yeah, of course. It's a video. It's not a class. Yeah, exactly, guys. Our auxiliaries, or humans, we have, and then what do we have? Why will we have done? You know. Now we need a verb. So is Mars a verb? No, Mars is a planet. Is by 2050 a verb? No, 2050 is a year. It's gonna be like 24 years from now. Okay, so colonize, is that a verb? Yes, of course. The Spanish colonized Venezuela. That's a verb, and they stole our gold. Yeah. So humans will have colonized. I have my subject, I have my auxiliary verbs, and then my main verb in past participle. In this case, colonize is a regular verb, so since it is regular, it is the same as a simple counterpart. So it ends with with ed, colonized. Okay, we humans will have colonized. Colonize means that you go to other territory and you take it. So is by 2015 is it a territory? No. Mars Yes, it's a planet. And now we have a time expression. We need a time expression, which is by 2015. Let's verify the sequence, and is done. We go to the next level. Another one. This is about project management. Hmm. What about here? They are talking about a report, something, and something that is going to be finished by noon. So first, subject, then my auxiliaries, then my verb. Is a report a verb? Could be. Not in this case though. Is by noon a verb? No. Noon is when you have lunch, most of the time. Finish. Is finish a verb? Of course it is. She will have finished. She will have finished what? Oh, is she gonna have finished the noon? No, you cannot finish the noon. It is a time expression. You need to have finished the report. So she will have finished the report by noon. It is correct. Let's go to the next level. Here, the saving goals. Yeah, that's something I wish I had. I wish I had saved more during the year. Well, yeah, the saving goals. Okay, guys. First, we need our subject, which is I. Then, as you know, we need our auxiliaries. Then we need our verb. Is December a verb? No, although you do a lot in December. You do a lot in December. Yeah, I will have enough. It is enough a verb? No. Saved enough by December. I will have saved enough by December. You often say this in every time a new year starts. So right now in January you can say, hey, I will have saved enough by December because I'm gonna buy a lot of things. That was me in January 2025, last year, and then December came and I didn't save enough. But yeah, life is amazing. Now, here we have the departure. Someone is going to, go, trip apparently, and we have the train, we have by the time, we have left, we and arrived. Okay, these are two clauses because you're gonna use two independent sentences. Okay, so here, our first one is a train. Then, what will the train do? Oh, the train leaves, of course, because the train leaves the station, goes on a trip. So we'll have again and left, because left is leave in its past participle form. Okay, the train we have left by the time after, okay, by the time we arrive. This means that when we arrive, when we get there, the train we have left already. So these actions are going to happen first by the time we do this. They repair. Now we gotta to repair something, apparently. Oh yeah, look, the mechanic is our subject, but it's not my car. Because the car can fix it itself, so the mechanic needs to fix the car. Okay, the mechanic, again we have my verb fix, my car, and then before I need it. Teacher, how can I identify my subject, my time expression, before, after, this kind of expressions or words that talk about time? That's the way you're gonna identify them. Okay, guys, and now this is another promise. She will have read 50 books by the end of the year. And now our last one. Okay, we, subject, will have auxiliary, lived a verb, where how will have lived here exactly for 10 years by 2030. So we will have lived here for 10 years by 2030. This means that in 2030 we will have spent 10 years living here. Exactly. We completed, guys. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining our Back to ASOCIM. This is my last class with you guys. I hope you enjoy everything that we have prepared for you, and I hope to see you next time here at the academy. Okay? Hope you have I hope you had a great Christmas, you had a great New Year's Eve, and I hope you will have an amazing New Year 2026. I hope that by December I will have, seen you guys enough to say that that you guys have an amazing year. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you next time.